Hey, this is David Cross, real estate agent here in Hilton Head, South Carolina, Coastal Investment Network, at home with David. This is my broker in charge, Christopher Bose. And today we're at Latitude Margaritaville celebrating the grand opening of their town square. And we have a very special guest today. Many of you out there in our audience who are parent heads who love Jimmy Buffett, know his dad, Peter Mayer, but this is Brendan Mayer. And he's joined us today, and I really wanted to highlight it. One, just because he's an outstanding young man. I just heard him at the sound check, was so amazed, and I found out that he has a new album coming out. So we wanted to talk to him today and share a little bit about what's going on in his life and introduce him to you all. So thank you for joining us, Brendan.
Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure
with you guys. Yeah.
So you have a new album coming out. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
About 3 years now. It's called Best of the Show. So have the album title, got all the songs written and mostly recorded. We're just in the final stages, mixing, in production stuff, album artwork, all the fun stuff that takes way longer than you think it will.
Now, is this your first album?
This is actually my second record, but first full length. My first record is called The Getaway Car EP. We put that out in 2014 on Jimmy's label, Mailboat Records.
Okay.
So you can find that online right now, but it's been a while, 5-6 years since the last release. So I'm definitely ready to get something out into the world.
That's great. So now I know that you play with your dad a lot, and he talked about in our last interview, you working together. Can you talk a little bit about what that's like, working with your dad?
It's incredible. It's incredible. I never really, as much as I wanted to be a musician, rock star as a kid growing up, I never really envisioned this happening, getting to join the family business, as we like to jokingly say, and be on the road with him, make music with him. But what I always tell people is what makes this work is beyond just it being amazing that we get to spend time as family. We genuinely love playing together. And I think we genuinely respect what the other one brings to the table.
Yeah.
So that for me, that was always the key. If we were going to do this, I didn't want it to be a gimmick. It had to be about the music and make sure that it really worked.
Who are you as the artist?
Well, we definitely come, I think, from that same bloodline, obviously.
Right.
Both physically and musically.
Okay.
I grew up listening to a lot of the records he'd put on around the house, so I couldn't help but have that kind of seep into me a little bit, the James Taylors and Paul Simons and Peter Gabriels and that kind of music. But what's so cool about the Parrot Head community is how accepting they've been of my music. Because I'm not going to tell you that it's trop rock. What I'd like to say is that I come from that same singer-songwriter tradition that Jimmy comes from.
Yeah.
And what I love about the Parrot Heads is that I think at their core, they really just love that storytelling, songwriting tradition more than anything. And Jimmy's one of the best out there doing that.
Right.
So I just am constantly humbled. With the year I went out on the road with JB and the Reefers, the fact that I was playing one of my songs in the middle of this set, and it was totally different from anything else during the show, and people were into it. People, were following up and downloading the song and checking out the website. So I'm just so grateful to be part of this family, this crazy Parrot Head family, and I'm just glad people take the music for what it is.
Awesome. Now, so Chris has been a friend of your dad's for quite some time, so you're very familiar with this guy? So Chris,
so I'm just curious. I mean, growing up in and around the circus in a positive way, right? I mean, now seeing at your age as a young man what has become of a neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's not just a margarita machine now, it's a neighborhood, right?
I remember when we got the margarita machine, they sent us one at our house in Nashville, and I was like, oh, what is this? My mom said, oh, we can make smoothies, I think, with that. We were not quite at margarita drinking age, but it's amazing. Jimmy I don't think he would have ever guessed that it would have turned into all this, but it's pretty cool, you see just the joy that the whole lifestyle and the world that it brings to folks. And touring this Latitude space, it's pretty amazing. This is my first time seeing it. I am pretty floored. I'm like, man, how many years do I have till 55?
Right.
A few, but it's cool. It's cool, awesome. And it's definitely a circus, but the fun kind that, keeps you engaged and brings people together.
Well, how can they find it? Let's tell them where can they get it, and when's the album date released, if you know.
So the single is called The American, and that's coming out in the next 2 weeks, so that's coming up really soon. the album Best of the Show should be done in a month or two. So I keep setting dates and they keep getting changed. So I'm trying to be a little nebulous about exact release dates. But
so today, just for the record, today is March 7th.
Yeah.
And so we're talking ish April, May.
I think April, May-ish it'll be out. And it'll be available for streaming. We're going to do a CD release as well, maybe even vinyl. And
what about a website address?
Okay, website is brendanmayermusic.com, BrendanMayer. Yeah, you can check it out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the above. Also, check it out.
I'll tell you, this is the first time I ever heard him at the sound check. I said to my wife, I'm buying all of it. I'm serious. This is great stuff. Whatever you do, you better do it. We're going to put the link in the description below. But it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me, taking the time.
Thanks,
Chris, as always.
Take care. We'll talk to you soon.